Hey, this is Kat from Red Mountain Shaman, and I share shamanic wisdom through dreams, visions, nature, synchronicities, intuition, channeling, art, music, photography, and shamanic journeys. Welcome back to my channel. So I don't normally get into politics too much on this channel, but I do like to research independent journalists and what they're saying, and I love researching real people and boots on the ground and their videos. So I probably will be sharing a little bit about that stuff today, because I received a message about migration about a year or two ago, and if you watched my video from last week, I got another message from the guides about mass migration again. So a few days later, after that massive controversial story broke about immigrants and pets because Mr. T mentioned it in the debate, I decided to go down the rabbit hole. So my opinion about this is that Mr. T mentioned this not so much because this is the main issue happening with this migrant crisis, but because it's so shocking that he wanted to put a spotlight on it. This story quickly became one of the most researched topics on the internet. An Albert Camus quote popped up on my feed the day after T brought this disturbing news to light, and it reads, "Always go too far, because that's where you'll find the truth." So as I dug into this, I did actually find that the main cat video that started this all was debunked, but there are still several other videos of people in the town talking about their personal experiences with the migrants, as well as some 9/11 calls about this. And faking a 9/11 call is a pretty serious offense, so I'm guessing that those are real. Another thing I researched is the main religion of Haiti, which is voodoo. And there is indeed a form of voodoo that does animal sacrifice. Now, to be fair, I'm guessing this is a pretty small minority of Haitians doing this, but what people are learning as they dive into this is the myriad of other serious issues that have come to light after dumping thousands of immigrants into a small town, as well as letting millions into our country. All week, I just kept thinking about the deeper agendas behind this, and the root cause of migration being the destabilization of these countries that these migrants are fleeing from. My intuition tells me that this is all very deliberate, and so I don't blame the migrants at all. I blame the power structures pulling the strings behind the scenes and their nefarious planning and intentions concerning this crisis, leading straight back to negatively interfering with the countries they originally came from. Now, another thing that has recently happened was that Mr. T invited Musk to be on his team in some sort of capacity. I've been sharing my opinion for years that I think Musk is playing both sides. Some people think they switched him out and he is now playing for the good team, but until Neuralink is shut down, I'm not so sure. I was told a few years ago that there are two timelines, an organic timeline and an artificial timeline. And if you want to remain in your divine sovereignty and have your own spiritual gifts and organic DNA begin to be restored, it's my opinion that you're going to need to be on the organic timeline. I also have a video about the deeper meaning of Gog and Magog having to do with AI. So if you're interested in this topic and you're new to my channel, feel free to go back and watch my earlier videos, because there's a lot of good timeless information that Spirit has shared with me over the past few years. Another thing I wanted to share is a short vision I had in meditation this week. I saw my white wolf spirit animal and he led me to a parking lot. All of the cars were parked and the wolf just laid down in the middle of these parked cars. So I'm thinking this might have to do with some sort of metaphor for the energy of people feeling a little stuck because the parked car is not moving. It's almost like stuck energy. It also might have to do with some sort of another lockdown coming where we are need to be parked or we're told to stay put. I'm not quite sure yet. So I asked who wanted to share a channeled message to expound on all of this today, and Archangel Gabriel stepped forward. I was overwhelmed with the beautiful energy I felt while channeling this, and it makes sense that Gabriel would want to share something today because I have been seeing this angel carrying a large trumpet or a horn in my mind's eye over the past few weeks. And this is what I heard as I typed out the message I received. I am with you, beloved, as you feel my energy of love, peace, and my announcement of the coming change and judgment within your society. You have seen me with my trumpet many times over the last few weeks, and it is my pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to speak through you this day. For I am the announcer, and the time is at hand, dear friends. Many players of the darkness will begin to have their true motives brought out of the shadows. There will be some who have been waiting for a long time and are prepared for this uncovering, but others will be in shock and disbelief. Continue to stand in your truth and be ready to assist others who will indeed feel a deep sense of betrayal and abandonment. What will be revealed will allow many to begin to seek unity and come together as they stand in their power. Others will continue to be swept away in a wave of deceit. The leader who is most slandered and hated will turn out to be the leader who is going to be the catalyst for change I speak of. The true symbol of the rainbow will come forth to represent the rainbow bridge to new earth and the rainbow warriors who will arise and assist with this shift. The rainbow warrior prophecy has come through your work many times, as it is a message from Spirit that the time of this prophecy has arrived. As an angel of communication and creativity, I assist many of the warriors at this time to speak your truth and bring forth your new creations. Many of you have been suppressed as to your creative projects and your voice, but the veil is now beginning to thin, and you are beginning to remember your gifts and your power. Yes, there are some who will continue to try to suppress humanity from moving into their true magic by literally merging them with artificial technology. However, a sea change is on the way. The TRUMP with the 555 on the landslide you have seen in your vision represents this change. It represents doors opening. It represents possibility. It is a symbol of new life. The most slandered will be vindicated, and truth will emerge in order to facilitate this great opportunity for transformation. Dark forces have indeed been ruling over Earth for a long time, and the field is now ripe and ready to harvest. I come with my horn, and you have heard my trumpet sounding in your skies, announcing this judgment. This judgment is simply a revealing of the truth. It is not coming for those who stand with the true Creator who resides within all things. It is rather coming for the deceivers who have continuously stolen from you, deceived you, and have not taken care to provide for the best interests of the people, and have not protected the children and Mother Earth. This is why so many of you feel hampered to truly move forward in your creations. You may feel parked or stagnant, but this is not forever. I am here as an announcer of the judgment in order to give you hope and peace. For all will soon be seen as to what forces have been impeding your creations and consciousness, so that you can begin to start anew and move forward. New inventions, new art, new architecture, new music, new films, new ways of communication, new healing modalities, new means of travel, new forms of education, new schools of spiritual learning, new ways of food production and animal care, and even the earth herself will see great changes upon her surface as all old dense energy is released and purged. Many who have been shuffled from their countries of origin will eventually be able to return and rebuild as well. There has been deliberate conflict and destruction in some of these places, created by the ruling class who has traditionally held power. Their wish is for those who are displaced by their deliberate destabilization will in turn bring destabilization abroad. The deeper agenda here is several layers deep. This is part of what will be revealed in the coming months. But I bring to your minds trafficking, enslavement, poverty, loss of personal liberty and property, loss of peace and safety, loss of security, and overall fear. The phrase, "you will own nothing and be happy," has been put forth by global powers, and this is indeed partially what their intention is. But worry not, for all is in the hands of the Creator now, and what is actually ensuing is the destabilization of false power through the unveiling of truth. As you move through this process, remember to use your tools of intention for protection in order to keep yourself safe and your frequency high. You are the master of your energy. You are the alchemist. You have it within you to transform dark energy to light. Be patient and move with the natural flow of what is working for your good. Trust in the power of your own magic as we work together in order to bring forth a new world that is in harmony with all creation. We are one. We will see truth unfold and justice restored. And so it is. I have spoken. Amen and amen. Thank you, Gabriel. I asked this angel to draw an oracle card for us today, and this is from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck by Elon Fairchild, and it's number 32, and it's called Tai Chi Rising. Your energy field is growing stronger with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts, and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. Having a big energy field does not necessarily mean that you have a high level of consciousness, but when you do have an exquisite awareness, a beautiful light, it is able to shine more brightly through a larger energy field. Whatever you have within you, a larger energy field will reveal it with greater gusto. You have a special light within you, and the elegance, beauty, and refinement of that light wishes to express itself more potently in the world of forms, so that others may receive healing and refine their light too. You can help teach others about the power of gentleness, that force is not required, and that kindness can be the most healing and powerful balm of all. For this to happen, more so now, your energy field is growing. It is like having a bigger light globe through which to shine your light so that it can be more visible. As your energy field grows, your words and thoughts have more potency. Like getting used to driving a car with a more powerful engine, it takes time, and be careful as you realize the impact that your actions and thoughts will have in the world of forms now. You do not need to worry about this. You can go into your heart and trust that you will exercise your will and potency in the world through surrendering to your heart, where your own Kuan Yin nature will guide you into compassion and right action. Let your energy field continue to grow through chanting, meditation, energy work, and healing, and whatever else intuitively feels right for you. This oracle is confirmation that the growth is happening and needs to happen for you now, so that you are able to do your life's work most effectively. So I think what Gabriel is saying through this card is that our energy is magicked, and as synchronicity would have it, a really great practical guide to aligning your own energy in order to create your own experience and magic is a video on the Philosophical Essence YouTube channel. And this video is called Energy Equals Magic, a No BS Guide. And especially if you're kind of new to working with energy, I highly recommend this video, and I'll put a link in the comments. So today, instead of a crystal, I had a plant spirit come in, and I wanted to share it. And it's called the moonflower. And I kept seeing this flower at one of the places that we walk our dog, and I just felt really compelled to go up and touch it the other night because it was so gorgeous, and I just felt so drawn to it. The next day, a photo of the same flower was on my social media feed. So I looked up the plant spirit meaning and found a few messages for us today. Moonflower is the friend of shamans and healers. She breaks spells sent to harm you and protects you from evil spirits. She'll even let you borrow her wings to fly and take you to extraordinary places. Moonflowers are within the genus Datura family. Many members of the nightshade family have toxic, medicinal, magical, and psychoactive properties. There's my kitty. These plant spirits have been communicating with humanity for thousands of years. Where it grows in abundance, there is sure to be folklore surrounding it and people who have utilized it. This plant has many lessons, most of which can be taught without ever consuming even a tiny amount. Some believe just carrying a small branch on your person is enough to gain its abilities. Growing and interacting with Datura is always a little magical, especially the first bloom on a summer night. The scent is unlike anything else, a sweet, warm, intoxicating, and mythic fragrance. Magical uses almost always include divinatory properties. However, Datura tends to be associated with darker or baneful magic, probably because of how dangerous and unpredictable it can be. It has long been thought that one could acquire enhanced gifts, wisdom, and strength from the plant. It is known to grant the feeling of flight, or the ability to transform the shaman, or at least his or her spirit, into a bird or other animal, sometimes a wolf or a coyote. Datura has a strong association with many cultures, and it's associated with the wind and in general the air element, but also the water element as well. As part of a rain ceremony, Zuni priests go into the desert at night and sprinkle a small amount of dried Datura root powder onto their eyes and mouth. Doing this, they are able to communicate with the avian world, thus allowing the birds to listen to their songs and prayers and bring rain. So there's some deeper meanings in this, and as I said before, White Buffalo Calf Woman has told me that the drought will soon be ending, so it could have a little bit to do with that. A little bit of connecting to freedom, the air element of the birds that I just talked about in my last video. This is all just kind of coming to me right now. But it also can mean enlightenment, and in some spiritual traditions, the moonflower is believed to represent spiritual enlightenment or the awakening of the soul. And we definitely, I think, through the truth that is continued to be revealed over the last year and coming years, I believe this is in part because of the moonflower's association with the moon, which is often associated with the spiritual and mystical experiences, transformation, and awakening. So thank you for being here today, and if you would like your own channeled message, energy work, readings, and more, please go to redmountainshaman.com and you can check out my services list and lots of other things on my website. And I usually make my videos on Sundays, so please visit me next week for a new video. Sending you all love. Until next time, take care.